Hey there, my name is Vaughn, and this is the-voncast-show. This is a podcast that focuses on mental health, breaking societal stigmas, harm reduction, addiction, and recovery. If you like what you hear, subscribe and leave a review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Also, follow the podcast Instagram at the-voncast-show, where I post video content from the show. All right, let's get into today's episode. Welcome to the Voncast Show. Today, I got a special guest all the way out in UK. Pia, how are you today?
Hey, it was good. I'm great. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for making taking time out of your day to do the podcast. What have you been up to today?
It's all good. This is basically my first podcast.
Yay.
So I'm very grateful for your time too. You're taking time off on your day off. But yeah, my morning has been great. Went for a walk and then had breakfast with my best friend.
Awesome. What was for breakfast?
We just had croissant and coffee, really. That's it. And cigarettes for breakfast.
Oh,
that's how we do it.
Nice, dude. Okay, so I bought a pack of Newports. They're menthol cigarettes. 3 weeks ago, they're banned in California now. They banned menthols and flavored vapes. Apparently, it targets kids, which I kind of get, but I'm like, I don't know. So I don't have kids, but like I get. I think it's like I think it'll give rise to a black market thing for vapes, make it more safe. But yeah, I don't really.
That's mental.
Yeah, I don't really smoke too much. But I like a menthol once in a while, so I stopped. I finished my pack a couple of days ago. I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe. It's pretty cool. Okay, so for those who don't know, tell us a bit about who you are and what you do.
So I'm a full-time mom and I'm also a model. And I do try and branch out in terms of just being a model because I feel like I can do more.
Uh-huh.
I'm also very interested in like just pulling a team together, creative direction. And also one day I'll have my own production.
Nice.
Hopefully.
Very cool. Hey, shout out to all the moms out there, all the dads, all the parents. Good for you. Very cool. And do the modeling. All right. So pretty much, I ran into your profile scrolling through social media maybe months ago, maybe a year ago. I forget. I think the algorithm
probably
shows,
a year ago now.
Yeah. I think the algorithm shows like, I like clicking on tattoos and, fashion. I think I ran into your profile. I'm like, oh, whoa. I think she's Filipino. Her name is Pia. I have a friend in middle school. His name is Pio. So I think they're Filipino. Cool tattoos. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to follow her. And I think since then I've been commenting a lot of like written comments and like that are funny, written a Tagalog English accent, like replacing all the F's with a P's, like Pimmy Punction Outfit or Debut Drip.
I'm dead. No, honestly, that's how you caught my attention. I was like, this guy is fucking jokes, man. Like, definitely, it's a vibe.
Yeah. And I like making people laugh through memes and comments, and came cool with that. And one day I asked if you wanted to be in the podcast, and here we are. I really wanted to get to know your story because honestly, maybe I'm limited to my modeling knowledge, but I don't see too many Filipinos or Filipinas, let alone with tattoos, doing modeling. I majored in Asian American Studies in college, and I'm all about Filipino representation. So I'm like, oh wow, like I want to know what Pia's story is. I'm sure it's a very interesting one.
Yeah, it is. You know what? I came a long way. Yeah. It's not always. Yeah, no. This is gonna be a deep conversation because, like, I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah.
And So, me growing up in Philippines, I grew up there until I was like, 14. And
Okay.
then something very traumatic happened.
Oh,
Yes, so my mom then decided to, you know, take me and my brother to UK because of that incident.
gotcha.
Long story short, I feel like I have to really open up about it because it's one of my biggest traumas in life that I have to be dealing with till to this day. Um, so in Philippines, it's very like mental abuse, physical abuse. It's very normalized there. It's like, oh no, you'll be fine. You don't have any issues in your head. Like just go to church, right?
Yeah.
It's one of them ones. So it's like toxic behavior is very normalized in Philippines. Um, I had an uncle who's really not right in the head. We knew that, so we try and avoid him in the house. There's one incident that me and my brother started arguing about some stupid shit, and he got triggered by it. And I was making breakfast on the way to school. So he got up, he got really mad, and grabbed a knife right next to me and literally tried to slash my neck. Like, literally ended me, right? So that's what happened. That's why we came to UK. That incident had to happen. It's a blessing in disguise because we're here now. We're in a safe environment. I'm killing it. I'm saying that I'm here making shit happen. So if that didn't happen to me, I don't think I'd be a better person now.
Yeah.
So that's one of the stories, right?
Right.
So mad. So that's until I was 14. I got to UK and obviously me trying to fit in. I didn't know how to like communicate with other teenagers because, my English isn't very British English. It's like American, right?
Right.
That's what we taught in Philippines. So I got bullied, like I literally got into a fight where this girl bullied me and kicked me in the head. Like it was mad. So until I was 18, I was trying to like find myself, right?
Yeah.
So we moved from Philippines to this really small town that's like an elder person would retire. So
Uh-huh.
it's I'm not gonna flourish there. I'm not gonna do well. So many years I've been trying to find myself until I was 18, and I was kind of like sick of trying to fit in. So bear in mind, I didn't have any tattoos then. Only when I turned 18. So when I turned 18, I sold everything I had. I was trying to find ways to make money. I was working in a club and also was getting abused in a club. But I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to just save money and move away, which I did. At 18, I went to Birmingham. Um, from then on, like, damn, I can do whatever I want here. Like, I can be me. But also, it took me a while to find peace because at 18, I was still lost. So I was getting involved with different kinds of people, group of people that as well. So until I was 18, 19, 20, I was kind of like living the high life. I was, I've, I've been through it all.
Yeah.
I started dealing. That was my own way of surviving. And then I met my baby dad during that time, and he was actually the one who helped me get out of the bad group of people.
Wow.
So yeah, it's also a blessing, And at 20, I was pregnant. I gave birth at 21. But also my relationship with my baby dad isn't very great either because he wanted me to be just a stay-at-home mom. Like, this is your life now. So you can't do anything else. You're meant to look after me and the baby. That's it. That's all you're going to be. It didn't sit right with me. So another thing that I have to do in my life is to really walk away from love because I did really love him deeply, but I love myself more. I want my son to be happy. So for me to have a healthy relationship and bring up a healthy childhood for my son, I have to get out of the negative energy. And, we broke up when Leo was like 3 months old or 2 months old. I think it was pretty early on. And we was homeless for about 7-8 months. I literally didn't have anything on me. I literally just had a baby and a bag and trainers on. Like, yeah, I remember it was crazy, tricky times. We was homeless for nearly a year. And I was just very lucky that I have good friends around that time who managed to, give us the spare room to stay in. And so, I was just still trying to make it. I would shoot for like an hour in a weekend or something. If someone's looking after my little one, I would still make time for it. And the maddest thing happened. It's like when I thought, I knew I was going to be the person I want to be, but I didn't think I would manifest my life. So during the times that we was homeless, I would literally just look out the window and hope and like imagine what it's like to shoot a campaign or like to be shooting for bigger brands, to book a perfume campaign. It's kind of crazy. And then I got this email from someone that works for a brand in Germany, and they were like, "Hey, we want you for a shoot in Paris. Can you get here?" And I thought it was a scam, so I ignored it. And this person really tried to reach out. And then I'm like, okay, let's talk. Here's my number. One thing I know, I'm going to Paris. Like, going through this shit moment of my life. I don't know how it happened. Like, I got there, got back to UK fine. They paid me very quickly because they knew my situation. And with that money that I got from the Paris booking, we managed to move into our home now.
Wow.
So it's still mad. So we moved into a new home. And then next thing I know, there's a modeling contract that is waiting for me, which also at this point, I'm like, too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, they probably don't know I'm 5'1", so I'm going to tell them I'm 5'1", and I wasn't expecting anything from it. But since then, a lot of doors have opened, and I was the first model to sign a modeling contract who is under 5'3".
Wow.
In a history.
Wow.
Which is crazy to me.
Yeah. Dude, first, I want to congratulate you on the perseverance, that you went through, and just the resilience. I can't imagine what exactly the feelings and emotions of everything from, going to the Philippines to coming in and adjusting. Congratulations. I want to say, I'm really proud of you. I had no idea of this story. Thank you for being open about it. So going back with the Philippines thing, I totally get it. I don't think mental health was really, I don't know how it is now. Actually.
We don't know.
Yeah. I have a friend, she does work in the Philippines here and there. She says it's still not up there. It's not up to date now, but shit, that was my alarm. It's still not like the best. It's a little better, but it's still not there. I totally get the just go to church thing. I grew up in Philippines as well. Born and raised Catholic. I don't practice. I'm all for it, cool, but that's not me. So the mental health thing is, they always say just pray. I never really got into it like that. When I came to America, I was in California, so I didn't have too much like English problems. I didn't realize there's like a different English and British. I mean, I knew like the accents and everything, but I didn't realize there's like a big difference. I mean, we get it from England, and wow, I'm just blown away, dude. That is that is a, you know, those trials and tribulations you went through. Uh, and yeah, dude, that sucks that people are picking on you. I can imagine that, coming from a different country, you don't look like them, and it's just,
Hmm.
that's tough. I definitely tried to fit in my late teens as well. And so yeah, I was pretty much just lost as well. And it was a difficult transition, but yours, man, like, dude, and you had a son at 21, walking away from love. That's difficult. I commend you for,
You know what? It was. It
yeah.
was. I can't even put into words how much that hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't thinking about how I feel at that time. I was thinking about my son.
Uh-huh.
It's like a sudden change when you become a mother. Like, obviously, it's, everyone can feel it or can empathize towards it. But I feel like women, we're born to do this shit. Like, we're so powerful. That's one thing I've realized when I had nothing, like literally nothing. And I was still happy, not gonna lie. I was still I was still trying to find happiness during those times. And I'm just very, very grateful that I had my head screwed on before I came into this industry. Because that's another story.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? That's another story. Like, but yeah, no, honestly, I completely understand that. Yeah, it's just choosing what's good for your future, I guess. That's why I chose to walk away from something
Yeah.
very, very difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you came out a resilient person on your own and everything. I'm glad you chose that for yourself and your son. I don't know. I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
picture you as I don't know you like that, but I couldn't picture you as like a stay-at-home mom. I couldn't do that. I couldn't picture
Never.
that. Off the jump, you seem like an independent, strong woman, and nothing wrong with staying at home for women that do, but you didn't have a choice. It seemed like, and I think you had to really, you know,
I had to be that. I had to be that person
yeah,
because I've been let down many times, not just family, partners, friends. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
I had no choice. I had no choice but to be the person I am today. And I wouldn't really change it for anything. I like being who I am today.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, no, I still like chilling at home. Don't get me wrong.
of
I
course,
like having lazy days, But forever, thinking about forever, looking after someone forever, like, nah.
yeah,
That's, you know what I'm saying? I need watering too. I need love too.
yeah,
So it goes both ways. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? How
definitely.
about you? What's your experience so far in terms of like relationships? Where are you at now?
I'm single, and I can see myself being single for a long time. I think I just have
That's
issues.
what's up.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I realized, well, I've been clean for like 118 days, and I think a lot of it comes
I'm
from.
proud of you. I'm
Thank
proud of
you,
you, by the way.
thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. That means so much. I think I never really could like. I could never fully invest in a woman because I was so like I was pretty much into drugs and women too, but I think it went both ways, and I think I was so afraid to commit because I knew deep down I like drugs and alcohol more. There was a long time
Hmm.
ago, I was younger. A woman was like, "Well, it's
Yeah.
gonna be either me or drugs." I'm like, "Well, peace out then, because I'm getting high, man." You know, and looking back, it was like a coping mechanism. I think for me, I didn't like getting
Yeah.
hurt. No one does. But it was weird because
Yeah.
I kind of did low key because I was like, well, if a girl dumps me or I dump her, guess what? I can get high more because it's like it's so romanticized, and I get it, but and I think I
Yeah.
was afraid to commit. I was afraid of being hurt. I was afraid of rejection. I still am. I don't
Hmm.
plan to be in a relationship now, even though I'm clean, because I know I'm not there yet. I don't think I can. It's a two-way thing, like you said. I'm just, I have to like I have to like learn a bit more about myself while I'm clean. But in general, no, I don't see it. Hey, I love dating here and there and whatever happens with that, respectfully, just being open and just being upfront about what you want out of this. I'm all for that. But a relationship,
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't see myself being in one. My family knows I'm not going to get married. I'm looking into getting a vasectomy just because
Oh shit!
yeah, I mean, hey, I can't see myself being a father. I really can't. I'm 35.
Really?
Yeah.
You look young, bro. Like,
I think
you look young.
it's the Filipino genes, Fia. The Filipino genes,
Hey,
man.
that's what's up.
I had to grow a beard because all the women wouldn't take me seriously, Oh, you look like you're an 18, 19. I'm like, no, I'm like, at the time I was like, I'm like 27, 28.
No.
Yeah, even at work, they're like, "Oh, how old are you?" I'm like, "I'm 35." No, get out of here. Let me see your ID. I'm like, "Holy shit, man! I thought you were like early 20s, late 20s." And I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh my god.
I work at a grocery
That's a
store.
good thing.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my god, this kid fucking aged me, man. We have like coworkers that are in high school, part time. And, this guy's first day, I'm like, "Hey, what's up? Not much." And he's talking about high school. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, you're in high school." Like, "Yeah, I was like, "Oh, cool. Well, I graduated in 2006, man. Good old days." And she goes, "Dude, that's when I was born." I'm like, "What the fuck?" He's like,
No.
"Yeah, do you feel old?" I'm like, "Kinda, not really, but yeah, when you put it that way." I told him my age. He's like, "Oh shit, no, I thought you were like still in college or just got out." So, yeah,
That is joke.
yeah. I just, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm very content by myself. Like I go to sleep at night. I want a lot of things. Mainly just, my mental well-being, me staying clean.
Mm-hmm.
When I think of success, a partner isn't something I think of. It's like one of the last things. I sleep at night. I'm never thinking, "Oh, I want a girlfriend so bad." Nothing wrong with it, but I don't know. I like being alone.
It's not the goal.
It's not the goal.
Yeah.
And hey, no diss to anybody who wants that. I think that's lovely. I love it when friends find their partners and start families, but that's just not me.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not me. I like being
I
single.
get that.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you for asking. Yeah. I'm just cruising by, just day at a time. Something happens, but so far I've been really not active in looking for a partner.
In terms of love life.
Yeah. I like myself. I have a lot of friends that are women. I think it's kind of weird. It kind of like, that's like my quote unquote like relationship in a sense. I mean, I like to hang out with, with them and, we get dinner, lunch, nothing weird, like nothing like more than that.
Yeah.
It's just a platonic thing. That's like my thing, man. A lot of times I'm like, I get relief when women say, "Oh, I just want to be friends." I'm like, "Oh, dude, no way, me too." I'm glad. I'm like, I'm so glad we get that out of the way.
We're the same.
Yeah, it's like
we're the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, a lot of friends I find attractive, but I rarely make a move on that.
You don't. Yeah, you don't like expect anything from it, which is great.
Yeah, a lot of times when I befriend friends online or whatever, I'm like, "Hey, just to let you know, like off the top, I just think you're cool. I think you're funny. I'm not trying to be weird." They're like, "Oh, okay, cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate it." I'm like, "All right, cool. Let's just keep sending memes and shit,"
No, it's great to be like that. I respect that. I respect that about you. I feel like this is why I gravitated towards you. I just feel like you're such a genuine person and you're not afraid to be who you are. Like, you're naturally funny.
Thank you.
Like me, I'm jokes too. Look, I'm funny as fuck, but it's certain types of people who can bring that out of me. Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. When you added me, I was so stoked. I should have said, I wanted to say like, "Yo, just to let you know, I'm not trying to be some weirdo. I'm not trying to get with you. I just think you're funny. But I felt like you kind of knew
No,
that.
I wasn't.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no, of course. Like, I got that vibe from you. Otherwise, I would have not even bothered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, with me, I can feel energy. Like, look, you live in a different country, and we vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we laugh from time to time. We talk about some dumb shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah. My dude, I love it when you like when I see your Instagram story when you ask questions. Oh, ask a question, and people are like, "Oh, tap in when you see it in your city." You're like, "Nope." And then this guy shoot my shot. You put up a picture of like a hoop with like a board over it. I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, yeah, that's just funny.
Yeah. I mean, you know, yeah, I'm not for everybody.
Yeah.
There's very few people will get the humor.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I'm entertained. So, to the modeling thing, what made you decide to become a model? Is that something you wanted to do since you're young? When did that pop into your head?
Look, didn't even expect that I'm gonna get signed. Let's put it that way. When I said, you know, I didn't think manifestation is real. It is real.
Yeah.
Because you know, it's just my passion. It was my hobby. I wasn't thinking of, yeah, I'm gonna try and reach out to a few agencies here and there. From early on, I accepted that I'm not gonna get signed because I'm 5'2". You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that tall, and I don't think brands would want that. But you know, I just kept shooting and shooting, just doing this and doing that, doing my thing, and then a booker from Wilhelmina just reached out through Instagram. And that really opened a lot of doors for me. I really didn't think it could be a career.
Right. So with that said, that's so cool that you're able to do that. You know, I always thought like you had to be a certain height and everything, and
Exactly, yeah.
So with the modeling, are there misconceptions, you know, that people outside of the industry might have that you like to shed light on?
I mean, pretty much when you think about the modeling industry, it's the same as acting.
Uh-huh.
So you're going to meet a lot of people. When I say a lot of people, probably hundreds of thousands. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will meet every different kind of people from all over the country. And, you know, most of them don't have good intentions. It's just, they're literally for work or whatever. But there is some sort of manipulation going on in terms of people who are in power, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Also with bigger agencies tend to, you know, piss the models off, and the models are just like okay with it. And it's because I came from nothing. I stay on my ground. And bigger people in the industry don't like that. So there's a lot of few times I got myself into trouble for speaking up.
Right.
Yes.
Well,
or like a client not paying or something like that. And I brought it up into a conversation, and a booker would then say, "Oh, he ran away with your campaign money."
Oh.
So what do I do then? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I do then? Most models are like, okay, cool, la, la, la. But like, nah, we're going to go back and forth with this shit. I want to know what happened.
Right.
So, you know, that got me into trouble. I left that previous agency that I was with. I'm with the new one now.
Nice.
Just because I don't tolerate disrespect in any sort of form.
Yeah.
I see everyone as equal. I see everyone equal. When people approach me and they were like, "Oh my God, like, I see you on social media and shit," I'll be like, "Hey, like, I'm the same as you. Like, I'm not anyone special."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone is so equal. But in the industry, it's not.
Right.
Yeah. That was a bit deep, but
no, 100%. And I like that you stand your ground. Definitely, because I feel like there's a leverage thing sometimes where maybe, like you said, a lot of models are maybe in the best financial situation, so they are willing to like look the other way, and I respect you for standing your ground, even if sometimes might cause mischief. But I think it's good. I think that's good. It's a good principle. So yeah, I commend you for that. That's awesome. Let's go back. Okay, so manifesting like what you want. Did you remember that book, The Secret?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yo,
I read that.
Me too. Yeah, talk to us about how you got into just like the whole mentality of manifesting what you want.
Okay.
Yeah, talk to us about that.
Okay. So, in terms of like me just splitting up with my baby dad during that time, and then me going to Paris, booking a job, coming back, and within 2 weeks we managed to find a place that we live in now, right? So I didn't know what postpartum depression is. I did not know that, right? So when we moved into this new place, I was happy. I am happy. I was happy at that time. I remember the feeling, but I also felt very like defeated in many ways. And I just, I was trying to look for like solutions or what can I do to make myself feel better. And I even tried antidepressants at that time, but it didn't work. It gave me nightmares, like very vivid dreams for 3 days. And I stopped it. I'm like, this is not for me. I need to find a different way. So I remember coming into London and I saw this bookshop and I picked up the book and I was like, okay, this sounds amazing. Let me just try it. And I'm not the type of person to be reading books every day.
Right.
So imagine it was difficult for me to even force myself in the morning and read one page, but I did. Every day, as soon as I get up, I would read one page at a time, sometimes two, and really take things in. And one of the things that I learned from very, very early on, that struggle and pain teaches you a lot more lessons than achievement or success ever will. And I've learned how to be grateful each day. I turned into just looking at things in, it's like a muscle in your brain. You train it like going to the gym, right? Yeah. So that's what I did to mine. That's what I did. I tried every day until I learned to love it. So yeah, it just brought me more peace in my life. Not even just peace. It just taught me more gratitude, to be grateful of everything. And when you're grateful of what you have now, the universe will reward you a lot more than you think. You're right. You're thinking, you can do this, or you can go here in a parts of the world. Like you just think that, but if you can think it, you can achieve it. And it might sound very cliche or like unrealistic to others, but it's true. Manifestation is real. Being grateful from the beginning is one of the keys to manifesting your life.
Yeah, I totally agree. It took me a while. I mean, like I had ups and downs of just manifesting. I think I was discouraged for a lot of times because it didn't happen right away. I was expecting it to happen right away, but I'm learning now. It's like, we only have control of so much. And I think manifesting what you want is good, but you just have to wait sometimes and gratitude. I think this in the mornings now, I have to like remind myself what I'm grateful for. Because a lot of times in the morning I get a lot of anxiety, a lot of just not pleasant thoughts, just because, that, I scroll through social media. I shouldn't do that so much in the morning. So I just check like my notifications. But
yeah,
I gotta be grateful.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
That's another thing because social media is so separate. It's not who we are. This is not humane. Social media is made up for distraction.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you learn how to separate social media to yourself, everything becomes easy, but it's not as easy as people think it is.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have our phone to our hands, literally. When you have your phone in your hand, you can ask it anything and it will tell you everything. So we're programmed to be needing to go on it.
Mm-hmm.
but we need time. We need balance. That's what's up. And I'm not a saint. I also like fall for it. I have
Oh
days
yeah.
when I'm like, oh, why am I even on this shit like every day? But I have to remind myself that it's part of the hustle,
Yeah.
and I need to separate myself from it.
Yo, okay, I have to ask. I mean, you have a
Mhm.
substantial amount of followers and comments and stuff. How do you balance it? Because I'm sure you get a ton of messages. I mean, me personally, like I get anxiety sometimes from messages or just social media in general. How do you kind of balance that out? How do you separate yourself?
I think it's because I already had my head screwed on before I was already popping.
Mm-hmm.
I think that gave me more leverage to really not care. And as a person I am today, you see me, I'm covered in tattoos. I literally give zero fucks whatever people think of me. So I really don't care what other people would say, but I can also sense energy.
Mm-hmm.
So you see how you like post comments on my photos and it's funny. I feel that energy. I feel that vibe. So I know naturally you're just jokes. So I gravitate towards those people
Right.
who also like on the same vibe. But yeah, no, I still get random weird messages. The other week, actually, some girl made a fake account about her husband being stolen, and I'm the side chick, and I have no clue what she's talking about. I'm like, girl, I'm not even dating anybody.
Yeah.
I don't even know where this is coming from. So I just laugh. I laugh through it. I find everything funny.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because I think for me, it took me like in my late 20s to, I mean, actually, no, like 110 days ago to fully get like better perception of like reality and grasp of it. Like I matured over in my 20s, but I was still using it and everything. And, uh, I think in that state, I'm just more vulnerable to social media and everything and just that kind of stuff. And I think it took me a while, and that's awesome that you were able to, figure that out. Because with that said, I also make music, and I think I always wanted to like blow up and make it in my early 20s and be all famous, and I don't think I would have been able to handle it. And I think like the universe and everything. That's why I didn't do that well because one, I was, using and everything, and two, I wasn't ready for it. I think sometimes we want certain things, but we're not ready for it. Like I want, like now I'm slowly like the stuff I manifested a while back. I remember my birthday. I was blowing out candles 2 years ago. Oh shit! I want to be clean by the next time I blow my birthday candles, and it took a while. I was literally like
Mm-hmm.
telling myself, I'm gonna stop using this week. 5 days later, I'm using it again. So it took a while, and I think through that I learned a lot. And yeah, man, I had to get my head on straight in a sense, and it took a while. But I think
But
when
you're
you
doing well.
thank you, thank you, and I think when you do that, when you have your head on straight, you're right. Social media doesn't matter as much, even though ups and downs. I'm just trying not to get into
Yeah.
arguments and everything as much. But I commend you for that because, dude, I think it's we a lot of times we like to poke fun at celebrities, younger people, but dude, they're young. They have all this fame and fortune and everything, and if your mental health is not where it should be, dude, social media can be very like toxic. It can really drag you
Mm-hmm.
down to really
Bad place. Yeah.
bad places and everything. So yeah, that's awesome. You were able to like
100%.
have your head on straight before you did this because honestly, if I did this, what you're doing like at a younger age, dude, and my head wasn't on straight, which it wasn't, I don't know, I would have probably been like pulled left and right and everything. It would just really influence my
Yeah.
mood.
Yeah, literally, so that's why I'm also grateful for what I've been through because I think it prepared me for what's coming, for what I asked.
Yeah, definitely. So do you have any like all right, so do you have like, okay, so in a typical day, like what's a shoot look like? And typically do you reach out to brands or do they reach out to you? How does that usually work?
So before I was signed, when Instagram was just organically before the, you know, before it changed, normally brands would just reach out to me. That's how I was booking jobs. They would just reach out, email me, and sometimes I would go to a casting. I would go and see the client, and if they really like my look, I get booked. But I have to go through like so many castings before I even confirmed one job. And then I wasn't thinking it was anything personal. I was just like, okay, cool, next one.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't really upset about it because I knew that anything could happen.
Right.
So yeah, they would reach out, or now that I have agency, they will reach out to them
Gotcha.
and just book me directly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, because I see you, do some bigger brands. I'm like, that is so cool. Like part of me is like, that's, it's so awesome just because I don't see too many, Filipinas in the industry. To see you to win, it's like, oh, that's awesome. Like one of us like can do this stuff. Speaking of which, I'm so proud of you. I saw that post. You're on Vogue. It's a pretty well-known magazine in the Vogue Philippines. You were on an article. I saw your picture. That was real to me. That was like, dude, that's so awesome. That is like a whole another level of recognition. Talk to us about being on that article and what was it like for you?
You know what? Yeah. Being seen on these magazines or brands or, big designer brands I've worked for. After you do it, when you see it come out, it kind of gives you like, what, 5-10 seconds of happiness.
Yeah.
But then it's like, what's next?
Mm-hmm.
For me, what's more important is how it was shoot. I had so much fun shooting with the team for Vogue, because they all flew out from America. They came to UK, they came to Europe, and just literally gathered all the Filipino models that they can shoot to submit to Vogue. And that was really nice. Everyone is so cool, and I enjoyed that more than the actual publication.
Right.
But it's cool to see. Like I've been bullied before, especially in Philippines. I bet they see me now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't. Seeing myself out there is nice, but it's more the people that you work with.
I like that.
So yeah, it was amazing. Like it's amazing.
So talk to us more about that shoot. How did it go down? You said a bunch of people from America came to the UK, and did a shoot. Like, how did it work? Like, how long was that shoot?
That was in summer last year. So they got in touch via Instagram, and they were like, "Hey, we're doing like submission for a magazine. It's gonna be all Filipino models. Would you be down to participate? Like, it'll be amazing to have you there." And I literally said, "Yeah, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it." Because that's not paid. It's not a paid job. All these magazine stuff, most of it is not paid.
Mm-hmm.
But I did it out of passion. So it meant a lot to me rather than these bigger paid jobs.
Right.
Because the bigger jobs that you get, the more people don't give a fuck about you.
Mm. Dude, that's so cool. Like you're able to do that. And I like your mindset. You don't let it get to your head too much. And you're very present in the moment. Again, that shows a sign of maturity.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean, I can definitely sense the gratefulness, but you don't let it get to your head too much. You're very present about it, and you're grateful. It's great, but you don't let it, take over your ego kind of thing. It's all too easy to do.
Yeah, because exactly, everything is egoistic. Like, it's either you feed that ego or not.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, no, I just, trying to just keep it real and stay humble as much as I can. So I like being that person.
Right. Yo, I really like too that you don't smile a lot. I mean, I don't think a lot of models do, but I don't like smiling, honestly. It's just, it hurts my cheeks when I do it. I'll do it like if I'm laughing, if it's I'm genuinely in a good mood and just like caught me in a moment smiling, someone tells a joke or just, genuinely. I've had very rare few pictures that I'm smiling, but like I like that.
Yeah.
I really don't like it when people tell me to smile. I'm like, why? Like, what? I mean, I'll do like the not, I don't know, like a fake smile kind of thing. Like, but a lot of times I don't smile. But I like that you don't. I don't know. I don't. I like that you don't because
You know what?
I don't feel alone.
I smile a lot in person.
Oh, okay.
I do.
Okay.
I like, yeah. This is another thing. It's the biggest misconception about me. You know how like I look the way I look, yeah, but I laugh a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually, the laughing, crying emoji. That's me.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
No, okay. I meant like what I meant was like in pictures. I smile a lot and laugh a lot too, but in pictures I don't like doing it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like doing that shit too. But I have to learn because that's my profession. So
Right.
I have to really like, if I'm shooting like a makeup product and they were like, okay, give us a smile. You have to really feel it. I don't like myself smiling too.
Yeah.
So I feel that.
To make yourself smile, do you think of something funny?
100%. What goes on in my head is funny all the time.
Yeah. Because to me, I have to like think of something funny. It's just, but I like people say they like my smile, but I'm like, I don't like it, but I guess you like it. That's cool. But yeah, I crack jokes all the time at work, all the time with everybody. It's just fun. So yeah, dude. So what like? Do you have any suggestions for people who want to maybe pursue a modeling career? If you could give us some suggestions or like maybe do things differently, you can tell the people like, hey, I did this, maybe don't do this kind of thing.
I guess it's not really an advice. It's a question, I guess, how much you want it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you really like, if you want it that bad, nothing comes easy. Literally nothing comes easy. It's like the universe will really test you if that's what you want in your life. So my first question is it your passion? Is it something that you love to do? Because if it is, and you're good at it, go for it.
Right.
Yeah. And also just like going with your gut feeling, because there's so many bad influences in the industry. So you will have to decide for yourself if being involved with the wrong type of people or the right kind of people, you want to be alone. Like, it's very, like, it depends on the person that I'm talking to. So if you really have your head screwed on, like, you're going to do so fucking well in the industry. Right. Because you're going to go for it. But also just avoid what you feel like something's wrong, go for it. Just, your gut feeling is your guardian angel. I'd say go for it. Try it, see how you feel. Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Those are great. That's great advice. Okay, so are there like scams that you got to be mindful for, kind of thing? When there was so much social media, I can imagine people are like, oh, let's shoot together, kind of thing. Like, what are maybe some red flags that potential models or models in general might want to watch out for?
If someone messages you about a certain type of work, I would highly say, and they ask to meet up, I would highly suggest, like, I don't know, go for a coffee and just hear this person out. But if you sense like their message is coming across a bit weird, don't do it. Just ignore.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know in the past, like, I've read articles or know friends who have friends that were like, typically it's a lot like male photographers that want to do some and maybe like borderline weird, inappropriate things during the shoot kind of thing. So yeah, I know that's like an issue to
Yeah,
watch out
it
for.
still is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still is. I feel like because I can sense people, so I manage to avoid any sort of weird shoot.
Yeah.
I've not been on a weird shoot before
Yeah.
because I would definitely say something to the motherfucker.
You're right. Right. Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
Yo, let's talk about your tattoos. Like, first thing I saw was like
yeah.
your neck was done. You said that was your first tattoo?
Mhm. No,
No.
that was probably my
Third tattoo. Okay. Nice. What was your first tattoo?
my first tattoo was my granddad's birthday in Roman numerals on my shoulder,
Nice.
and my second one was my knuckles,
Okay. Yo, you're going
and then
in like right away. Nice.
yeah, I didn't care. Like I
Right.
said, yeah, I had my whole neck covered first before I even got a sleeve.
Gotcha. Yo, so what like the neck tattoo is just it's for those who can't see it yet, it's like it's geometric pattern, right? It's a geometrical type tattoo, the shapes.
Yeah, yeah, it's dot work and mandala and geometric pattern.
Nice. For a bit, I helped out at a tattoo shop, so I love tattoos. Like I never wanted to be an artist. I just liked helping out. So seeing your tattoos is
Mm-hmm.
very cool. It's just very refreshing to see. I feel like it wasn't always accepted in the modeling industry or just in general. I'm noticing the past 10 years there's
Yeah.
been a shift in society's thinking of tattoos. I got my tattoos, you know, mostly on my legs for the first 10 years or like place I can hide them. I think because I was scared what my parents would think, but
Yeah.
one day I was like, and I would wear pants and like to family functions and the beach, even when it's hot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
My mom one day was like, in the early on stages of me getting tattoos, she saw mine. She's like, I don't want to see any more tattoos on you. How I interpreted that was, well, I guess if I could hide them, she won't see them, you know? And
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
But then I was like, one day I was like, you know what? I'm like 34. I don't even live with her anymore. One day I showed up, just no sleeves and just shorts, and she didn't say anything. Now she likes them, but I'm noticing there's a difference in the change of like how people view tattoos.
Yeah.
Um,
There still is. There still is. Like, I completely resonate with you on that.
yeah, dude. I mean, I've never been to London or UK or anything. Are tattoos pretty much widely accepted for the most part from your experience?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's getting a lot better now.
Right.
But before, because I had it, like I was already covered when I
Yeah.
was like what 20,
Yeah.
way before I gave birth. So I remember back in the days, I'd still get weird stares or like weird people coming to me and just say random things. But then again, before I got tattooed, I knew it will come with it anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of accepting
Hmm.
that other people will perceive you different straight away.
Yeah.
Again, that's like training your mind to not think out of fear, to not think out of insecurities, you know?
Right.
So, which I did. But yeah, no, now it's way more chill. Yeah.
Nice.
People are more accepting here, I guess.
Yeah. I work at a grocery store. It's super cool. It's a super chill one, and they're cool about with tattoos and everything. And it's different now because 10 years ago people would look at me weird, but now they're like, "Oh, that's so cool." Or sometimes I get like nurses or tattoos come to my line. Oh, I want to get I want to talk to you about your tattoos, or I like that you have tattoos or something. So it's definitely a culture shift. And I think it's a positive one. I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
What was your most painful tattoo?
A hand.
Hands. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. I don't have them yet, but I heard it's pretty tough. I got something on my bottom part of my arm, and it was close to my wrist, and I felt it there. I'm like, this is really spicy. Shit hurts. Do you have a high
Yeah.
do you have a high pain tolerance for tattoos or not really?
You know what? I got it done pretty early on in my life. I would say because I was mostly intoxicated with drugs back then. I forgot how painful it is.
Gotcha.
So now I would get like little tattoos, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like a baby now. I'm like, oh my god, no, that fucking hurts. And like my tattooist is like, pure. It's not that deep, but it's because I forgot how it felt.
Right.
So tattoos are painful. I don't care what people think. Like
Thank
that
you.
shit is painful. I don't even know how I got through that shit. Like, I'm covered now, but if I get a tattoo now, yeah, my tolerance isn't high at all.
Same here. I I have a theory. A lot of people do. It hurts a lot less when you're younger. I think as you get older, it hurts more. Um, yeah,
Hmm.
dude. I think
I believe that.
I was more gutsy where to get them when I was younger. Like I go for my stomach. I mean, I still wanted to like stomach, foot. I think because I didn't have a perception. I couldn't gauge how painful it was. I was more carefree. Like when I got my feet done, I was like, oh, it shouldn't be too bad. Oh fuck, dude, it was painful. I got both my feet done.
Wait, you got your feet done?
Just the top part, not the bottom. But yeah, like my feet. I have
Still,
yeah. Now that I think of it, I wonder if it's like your hands because I have an owl on each feet and
I feel like it's more painful on the foot because, I mean, you know, how are you going to walk, right? But with your
yeah,
hands, I guess it's the same thing because you touch everything. You shower, you wash your hands. So,
yeah,
yeah, I'm guessing it's the same pain or even more.
yeah, man. I was like, I don't know. I was more gutsy about it, and the guy kept saying, "Oh, 20 more minutes, dude, 20 more minutes." And I'm like, "Bro, you've been saying that for like
Oh,
20
an
minutes
hour.
ago." Yeah. I mean, it feels good. And now I'm open to like numbing cream. It doesn't fully make it go away, but I think it's like I'm at that age, dude. I'm 35, man. I know what it feels like. I have like 30 plus tattoos. I'm just trying to get by and
Yeah,
not piss off the artist because I keep moving or twitching or asking for breaks. Um,
literally me.
yeah,
That's me.
dude. It's painful. Some people like the pain. I'm like, I don't. I mean, sometimes it feels okay, but some people are like, oh, I love the pain. I'm like, yo, that's awesome. I'm jealous of you. Or people go, oh, I fall asleep on mine. I'm like, dude, get the fuck. You're
Wow.
lucky. You're lucky. You're lucky. If I fell asleep on my tattoos, I would get a lot more. Um, yeah,
Oh my
dude.
gosh. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, dude. There's a tattoo I didn't finish. It's on my inner thigh. Even with numbing cream, that was bad enough.
Oh,
I finished it. It's a woman holding it's like a woman's hand holding a crystal ball. And yeah, I'm like, this is tough, man. And my friend tattooed me. He's like, yo, dude, I'm trying to be going easy on you. We're gonna stop here. I'm like, thank you, man. Like, yeah, bro. I don't like seeing you in pain. I'm like, thank you. And yeah, I got one knee done. We get another one, my other knee done eventually. But yeah, I love tattoos. I like the look. Um, yeah, you look good in tattoos. It's a very defining statement of who you are. I dig it. It's like the rebellious, but like you stand up for yourself, kind of thing. It's a really cool look. Um,
thank you. I
yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah, dude. So we're all bombarded with stress. Like, what are some of your favorite ways to decompress or relieve yourself from stress or like a bad day? What do you like to do?
When I feel really drained about everything and from everyone, I I just tend to be alone because when I'm alone, I figured what I need to do for my health, for my mental health, for my body, for my mind, and for my soul. So when I feel like there's a lot going on, I feel overwhelmed, I would literally just stay in Birmingham. And for the days that I don't have my son, I would just go to the gym. I would hang out with my brother. because I'm really close to my brother. He lives down the road from me, so we would hang out and just talk about how I feel, or I mean, I stopped smoking weed last year, but I don't mind having a little smoke now and then to just like when it's needed, not every day.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured there's a balance works for me because everyone's different, right? So I tend to be alone and figure my day out, see how I feel. I would, exercise, meditate, read a book, or if I don't want to do that, I would go to the gym and push myself to leave the house. And then come back home, I'll cook food and I'll smoke up and I'll invite my brother and we'll just watch and talk about dumb shit.
Nice. Those are healthy coping mechanisms. That's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like that's easier to like rather than do this and do that and do that. I feel like everyone should really tune in with themselves and ask what you need to do for yourself now you're alone.
Yeah.
That's when you'll find the balance.
I think that's cool. You have a good relationship with your brother. You can talk to him, and that's a really healthy outlet. Mm-hmm. I'm an only child, but I like talking to friends helps. For me, I think attending NA meetings, call my sponsor, because for me, when I'm stressed out, it's still in my head. I still want to get high, but I'm like, it's not gonna work out the way you think it is. I like to ride my bike.
Yeah.
But that's good because I imagine, with your career, just in general, being a mom and everything, it's very stressful. So I'm glad that you have healthy outlets. I also, my favorite thing lately, I will like buy a block of cheese, a nice cheese, with some crackers, and watch some YouTube.
I do that,
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
I fucking love cheese, dude. Like, and then do that.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah, dude. Just watch YouTube and stuff, anime or whatever. Okay, couple questions. All right, so what is your favorite Filipino food? Do you have like top 3?
I would say sinigang.
Sinigang. Okay, pork or fish?
I like both, but I cook pork.
Nice. I had the fish one. I think I was traumatized as a kid, literally with like fish, because I was so scared that I would swallow a bone and die because I would choke on it. So I would like.
Oh yeah.
Take an
hour.
Yeah,
it's quite dangerous.
Yeah, like the fish in the Philippines, like they with the whole bones and everything. Like I wasn't sure. Like is this like a bone or is it not? So I'm not too into fish like that. Do you like balut?
Absolutely. I do, but I don't eat the actual like the
right.
Yeah. Yes, the chick when it's formed. Like I don't actually eat it. I just eat the yellow bit.
Oh, okay, all right. Some people just eat the soup. I dig it. Yeah, I'll eat the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the texture. I feel it's like bony sometimes, and I get freaked out. Like
oh yeah. There's some of the chicks are way too developed. Like you can taste it. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh
yeah.
My God. Yeah. No.
Do you like? Is there a Jollibee where you're at in the area?
Oh my gosh, there is in London.
Okay.
Right. There's 2.
All right.
One in I think near Tottenham Court Road, and one in Earl's Court. But I've been to both.
What's your go-to?
It's not the same.
Right.
I feel like because I haven't been back in Philippines in such a long time, but I can almost remember the taste.
Yeah.
But the spaghetti is it's okay. It's not like how it used to be before, or maybe because we're in the UK.
Right.
But I love the chicken, the gravy, and the rice. That's my go-to.
Nice. For me, it's Aloha burger. It's a burger with a pineapple, the pie. I forgot what it's called. The mango peach pie.
Peach mango.
Pie. Yeah, that one's good.
Yes, I remember.
It's so funny. We have a couple like funny words to describe food. So we have puto bread, right? And like puto in Spanish is something totally different from our puto. So That's pretty funny. I show my Guatemalan homie, hey, bro, want some puto bread, dog? What'd you call me? I'm like, nah, fool, it's a puto bread. Like, look, here's a picture, dog. This is puto bread. He's like, get the fuck out of here. And then I'm like, yo, we have some mamon too. He's like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, called mamon is like, it's a derogatory term in Spanish, but for some reason we call it mamon. It's like a spongy cake. So it's really funny. So I'm like, hey, bro, I'm going to buy you some, since you're my homie, I'm going to hook you up, get you some puto bread and mamon, because that's what you are. I'm going to hook you up next time. He was laughing and everything, but it was just really funny. Like, I'm just showing all the Latino homies, hey, fool, want some puto bread? I'll show you some puto bread, dog. And they're like, what the fuck? I tell them, they're laughing. So I just find it interesting, like, you know, Spanish and Tagalog are very intertwined. I just think of all the names. You got to name it the not appropriate names, but we find humor in it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, dude. Do you like Halo Halo?
I do. That's one of my favorites, but I haven't had it in a long time. Long time.
To me, there's a lot going on. I prefer boba, but there's a lot going on in Halo Halo. There's like so many ingredients.
I get it. I like the yema. That what is it? It's like what is it? What is yema?
I have no idea. I'll look it up later.
Wait, am I?
I don't know.
No, it's like
ube?
It's like it looks like caramel, but no, it's like ube, but it's different. It tastes different. It's like almost salty and sweet at the same time.
Interesting.
Or am I thinking that different?
I don't know.
But yeah, we'll Google it. We'll Google it.
We'll Google and compare notes. Well, yo, I think that's all about the time that we have. Again, Pia, thank you for sharing your story. I mean, it was like a very emotional, powerful. Just listening to you, I can definitely tell you've been through a lot. Resilient. You learned a lot from it, and it made you a better person. I don't wish that kind of stuff for anybody, but it's very powerful for you to see it as, yes, it was difficult for me. It was bad, but I made something out of it. And that is really, really powerful. So I commend you as a mom, as a model, as a human being. So thank you. I thank you for sharing your story with us. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you for having me and for making time. I really appreciate you making time and getting up early in the morning to do this with me.
Yeah.
Now, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for your time, this conversation. I've had a lovely conversation with you, and I feel like I could go on for more hours, And thank you so much for being who you are. And I feel like you've also been through a lot yourself. And I respect that you're trying to become a better person each day and every day. Not everyone has that discipline in themselves. I respect that. And yeah, man, keep shining, keep doing you.
Thank you. You keep doing you. By the way, I love your eyebrows. They're so fucking clean. I have a thing for eyebrows. Yours are like hella clean. I'm like, damn, those are some nice eyebrows. Nice eyebrows. All right, so
thank you.
You're welcome. Where can we find you online?
Instagram, I guess. Type in my name, handle name. Yeah, you'll find me.
Awesome. I'll put that in the link. So you have a good day. Have a good rest of your Monday. And I'll probably send you a meme later. But thank you again. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good day.
Hey, that's what's up. Thank you. Thank you for making time. And you also have a wonderful day.
All right. Take care. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.